Would you sell your soul for eternal fame? Has your soul ever been put up for auction? Is your blood the devil's signature? Were your favorite songs written with a soul? What was the price paid for a masterpiece? Was the legend of Faust a real deal with the devil?
Welcome to Charnova. Humanity has always sought unlimited power. But to achieve that greatness, sometimes it requires a signature in blood. Prepare to meet 5 pacts that bound their signers to the service of the darkest forces. Number 5. The alleged soul-taking pacts. Some stories say certain contracts didn't just promise success, they quietly asked for the soul behind it. According to legend, no one was forced. The decision was always made willingly. In these stories, blood was believed to seal promises deeper than ink ever could. Similar tales appear across cultures, long before modern fear or media existed. Winning the deal was easy. Living with it was the harder part. Historians say these contracts may have been symbols, not literal agreements. What frightened people most wasn't the deal itself, but the idea of no return. The reward was always clear, but the true cost stayed carefully hidden. Some believe these stories were warnings about choosing shortcuts to power. Whether myth or metaphor, these stories survived because they touched a real fear. Number 4. Covenants penned in blood. Across history, some believed a promise written in blood carried a weight ink never could. In many cultures, blood wasn't about danger, it was about identity and absolute commitment. When historians looked closer, they noticed many blood contracts appeared long after the stories they told. Over time, imagination often stepped in where real evidence was missing. During dark periods of history, fear could turn rumors into confessions. Modern science reveals that many bloodstains were simply aged ink and myth. Writers used blood contracts to make choices feel final because stories need consequences. With every retelling, the stories grew darker, more dramatic, and harder to separate from truth. Not every terrifying legend points to a terrifying reality. In the end, blood contracts tell us less about demons and more about human fear and belief. Number 3. Rock stars, the devil's deals. Rock music didn't just change sound, it challenged fear, tradition, and belief. When a new sound shocked society, many assumed something dark must be behind it.
Tear down the heavens, unleash the beast inside. This is the new...
Stage symbols meant to entertain were sometimes mistaken for secret beliefs. Rumors of hidden messages turned ordinary songs into objects of suspicion.
Are you ready for the truth? We're taking over tonight!
Shock became a tool because controversy often brings attention.
Walls and let the darkness in. Look what you've done to me. I am the nightmare you deserve tonight.
For some groups, rock music felt like a threat to deeply held values.
Repent! Repent and believe! Stop the devil's music! Go home!
Most musicians said their art was expression, not a confession of belief.
And we rise.
Fans often filled the silence with meanings shaped by their own fears.
We made it through the fire, standing here tonight.
Historians later called it moral panic, not evidence of dark rituals. In the end, these stories reveal how fear follows anything that feels new and free. Number 2. The artists who sold their souls. Throughout music history, some artists claimed their sudden success came with a mysterious price. The legend says Robert Johnson walked into obscurity and returned with talent no one could explain. When artists joked about selling their soul, many fans wondered if there was more behind the smile.
They asked me what I'd do for a record deal, and I said, I'd sell my soul. Best decision I ever made.
Dark symbols in album art often fueled rumors far beyond the artist's true intentions. For many people, extreme success feels unreal, so they search for supernatural explanations. Media stories turned whispers into headlines and legends into public belief. Some artists embraced dark personas, blurring the line between performance and reality. Legends survive because audiences want to believe there's more than talent behind fame. Despite the stories, historians find no real evidence of literal soul-selling contracts. In the end, these stories reveal less about artists and more about our fears and desires. Number 1. Faust's Pact. Legend or true? The story of Faust begins with a question that still haunts history. Was he a real man or a warning turned into legend? What makes the Faust story suspicious is that most records appeared long after his supposed lifetime. Behind the myth, there may have been a wandering alchemist whose strange reputation slowly grew into something darker. These early images didn't document reality. They shaped how people imagined Faust and his forbidden deal. Some letters were attributed to Faust, but no one can say for sure who truly wrote them. In places like taverns, stories grow fast, each retelling making Faust more powerful and more dangerous. Even today, historians struggle to separate what truly happened from what people wanted to believe. When Goethe retold Faust's story, he transformed it from rumor into one of the world's most famous myths. The Faust legend survives because it reflects a timeless human desire, gaining everything at any cost. So, was the Faustian Pact ever real? Or is it a mirror showing us the dangers of unchecked ambition? Which of these pacts do you believe truly sold their soul? Leave your comment and subscribe for more terrifying secrets.